Well, hold it. Hello there. Who are you? Well, my name is Rainbow Brite, but my true name was Wisp at one time, and I guess it still is. And I Twink, and I'm Starlight, the world's greatest horse. Well, I Aladdin, and I'm Jasmine, and we want to welcome you to the kingdom of Agrabah. Well, thank you for welcoming me here to Agrabah. You might ask yourself, what business do I have being here in the Kingdom Folkreich of Agrabah? If it's a Kingdom Folkreich or not. I'm here because it's springtime, or at least this side of the earth it's springtime. The other side of the earth is becoming fall and winter time. And I'm here to bring cast and brightness and lightness. I guess light is lightness. Yeah, I guess so. To the earth. Getting the earth ready for spring, which we're only in the 2nd month of, and that's what I do here. Well, what is that strap that you have around yourself? Is it the rainbow strap or cast strap? Well, it has both names. Some call it the rainbow strap because it has the rainbow on it. Others call it the cast strap. Or whatever you want to call it, we're in star seeds. Yeah, Starhurst. That's what they would be. My mistake, Starhurst. Which gives everything their cast, their brightness, their light, whatever it is. So you see over there, Twink says, you see all that sand. And you ever wonder why sand is... I mean, there's all kinds of sand, but most sand is either white or yellow. But I'm guessing it's mostly white. Well, no, there's all different kinds of sands, Twink. All right, Rainbow. Well, you always ask yourself, we don't really have a cast worker who oversees white. We really should have someone oversees that. But we don't, because it's not a cast of the rainbow, but it's still a cast. So CD Starhurst right here. I give it to Rainbow, right? Yeah. Now watch this. That sand has to be a little more yellow, and you can thank Canary Yellow for that. Well, the truth is you can thank God for it, all right? What about the other thing, like those trees over there? Starlight says, they could be a little more green. Well, good thing we got enough green Starhurst from Patio Green to carry this out. Well, that is a big work you're there. How did you get chosen to be Rainbow Brite? I mean, who chose you? Well, I'm glad you asked that, Jasmine. It was God Almighty, and it was Jesus who chose me to be Rainbow Brite after I went through stretches, after I was brought to a land that had no cast, no light, no brightness. After I had helped, after I befriended Twink, freed and befriended Starlight, after our sagas in the water, after falling off a bridge that Mirkwell, Dismal, and Lurkley broke, which led us back into the water again, after seeking the Sword of Light, which was a baby, which led us to seek the Rainbow Strap, or the cast strap, which led us to freeing all the cast workers, like, from a two-headed lindworm, from a weird-looking bird. We're getting the other ones away from Mirkwell, Dismal, and Lurky. Freeing another that was locked up in a hollow, freeing another that was locked up and having fake fiends shot at it from some casting tools. And then after beating the King of Shadows, with the help of God and Jesus, the truth was it was the Sword of Light was God, who took the likeness of Baby Brite to see what I would do, to see if I would choose to help the baby, which would help me seek the cast strap, which would help me free the cast kids. And, well, that's what they call them. We call them cast workers. So that's how God chose me to be Rainbow Brite. And I took on that work. Well, just to say, Rainbow Brite and Starlight and Twink, you three seem to make a really good team. Do you have foes where you come from? Because where we come from here in Agrabah, we have sundriest foes. I mean, Jafar, Molten Wrath, Mirage, Mechanicles, Aldine Maul. Just to name a few of our forlorn foes that we had to deal with, that me and Jasmine had to deal with. You know? And I would think that your world is not flawless either, unlike our world. You would be right, Aladdin. My world is not flawless either. It's not heaven, you know. And yes, I do have foes I had to deal with. In my world, I had to deal with the King of Shadows, as I told you. Had to deal with Mirkwell, Dismal, and Lurky. Had to deal with the Dark Elderling. So yes, my world, I had to deal with foes too, but not as many as you had to deal with. And I want to know, Starlight says, is it true that you have a monkey named Abu who would say, likes to get in a mishap, and you have a cat named Aja? I believe you also got a bird named Largo. Believe it or not, we do, Jasmine says. We do. We got Abu, who likes to steal, and it's not right, and we got to teach him to stop doing that. We have Aja the cat, which once he gets to know you, he becomes really friendly. And we got Largo the bird, the only being in our world that can talk. Well, then I guess I don't want can talk. But I don't think he could fly as fast as I can fly. Well, it was good to see you all, Twink says. I mean, it was good to meet you all, Aladdin and Jasmine. It's good to be here in Agrabah, bringing chaos and brightness and light to the earth. But we got to get going back to Rainbow Land. We don't got any more Starhurst anymore. Oh, yes, Twink, we got to get going. It was good meeting you, Aladdin and Jasmine. You're welcome at Rainbow Land anytime. And you're welcome at Agrabah anytime you want to come by. Well, thank you.